I've had the camper for just on a year and a bit now, and I thought I'd do a bit of an update on what I've done to it to make it fit for my purpose. I'm out here camping completely off grid. Now that's the thing I do, is I always try to go completely off grid. So I'll show you my complete off grid setup for my Teardrop camper. So I'll give you a walk around for the update. Let's go. Okay, I've still got the DO35 on here. I've done a bit of off-road work with it. It works fantastically well. Great articulation with that one. One thing I did add to the camper was this little bracket here. Now this is for a power wheel, so I can get it in and out of the garage really easy. So that's just made it easier for me to put a little power wheel. Just grabbed it off of Amazon, you know, it was cheap enough. Now I have had a few questions about dust getting in. Now with these compression locks here, they've worked fantastically well. So I absolutely get no dust inside where the fridge slide sits, just in here. The fridge has been working fantastically well, plenty of room. As I said once before, they've made this fridge slide to have an absolutely huge fridge in it, and I don't need a huge fridge, so I have a little bit of storage space up the front. The fridge works a treat, to be quite honest with you, so that's been really, really good. Now we'll just move on down the side here. It's still got those original drop legs on it. They work well, no problems with those whatsoever. One thing that was a bit of a must for me was a muck mat, so I just bought myself a small one from Anaconda, I think it was, and that just keeps me feet nice and clean, so I can get in and out of the camp without dragging half the campsite in with me, as we often do. You know, you've got to wipe our feet before we go into camp. So I got the muck mat there, and it works really, really well. Quite pleased and happy with it. Also, what I got when I got the muck mat, I realised, it's a bit of a steep climb to get in some mornings, or some nights as well. So I went out and I bought myself a little step. Okay, it used to have all these stickers all over the door and all that sort of thing. Took them off when I first bought it. Didn't like them. You know how it is. Now, the doors, dust-wise, absolutely none. And I've taken this down some really, really dusty tracks. Was a bit worried the first couple of times. I just thought it's going to be full of dust. I get no dust whatsoever inside the cabin, as you would see. So the doors just open up there. They're double locked, so you know, you lock them up before you leave and all the rest of it. Now it comes with two doors. So just pop this one there like that. Just put a little catch on here, back the door there, just like that there. Now it comes with two doors. It's got the fly screen door there. Little latch in there. You can actually double latch the door when you're inside. So if you're worried about security and people getting in your camper in the middle of the night, you can deadlock the door. Now, as I said before, I've had no dust in there. I'll just show you where I have had a teeny little bit of dust, but it still hasn't got inside the camper, which I find fantastic that I've had no dust in it. It's a big, big plus for anybody who's got a caravan or a camper of some description, is dust ingress. It drives you up the wall. I've never had a problem with it. I'll show you how it stops the dust getting in. It has double seals on the door. So you have the felt one here, the felt, and then you have the rubber seal just around there, and that has stopped all the dust from getting in. And basically the dust settles just around the door, and I've had no dust whatsoever get into the camper, which, as I said before, is a premium plus. I have got no dust reduction system in the camper. The seals just work really, really well. So that's the dust seals done. Even the kitchen doesn't even get any dust in it, which surprised me. I thought, oh, it's going to get dust in there because it curls up and gets into the kitchen. Well, you have adjustable little catches on there, so you can strengthen them down a little bit, and that stops the dust getting in there. In saying that, I've never had dust even in the kitchen, and the kitchen's white, so you'd know if there was dust getting in there. Okay, with the campers, this is fully imported from China, assembled here, as they do. You know, they say they assemble them here. They come with these mag wheels, or aluminium wheels. They look fantastic. They look really, really pretty. Don't get me wrong. And they come with mud tyres on. Mud tyres. Why would you put mud tyres on a camper trailer? It's beyond me. So what I did is, a friend of mine had a bit of an incident with his caravan, and his rim on his caravan, basically the same sort of rim from China, fell to pieces. If you search on Facebook everywhere, you'll see posts everywhere about these rims failing. So what I did is, for peace of mind, I went out and bought myself some new steel rims, got rid of those mud tyres for some good quality all-terrains. Also what I did is I went down 2 sizes on the tyre. Why did I go down 2 sizes? Well, there's 2 reasons. One was it was too high to get underneath my carport, so I had to let the tyres down all the time. 2, I've got increased wheel travel now with the smaller tyres, because if you're going over lumps and bumps, you know, the tyre will hit and has hit the top of the guard. So that was the reason why I changed the tyres to good quality all-terrain tyres. Cost me a bit more, but at the end of the day, they're steel rims and I'm really happy with it. Saying that about the tyres also, I got myself a tyre pressure monitoring system. Why do you get a tyre pressure monitoring system on your camper, Ed? It's just mad. Well, I got them on the car. So if you're out four-wheel driving and you lose pressure in the tyre, it gives you an alarm. Now, with the ones on the camper, if I'm belting down the road, cruising down the road, and I get a flat tyre or anything like that, or the pressure drops, it goes beep in the car and I can check it. Now, the reason you have them on your camper or caravan is that if you're driving down the road at 100 k's, tyre lets go, 9 times out of 10, you're not looking at your tyres in the camper, you're concentrating on the road. So when you're concentrating on the road and you hear beep, 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 draws your attention to the tyre pressure monitoring system, and you go, geez, got a flat tyre, better check that out before you wreck it. All right, so then what we might do now is I'll just take you around to the back of the kitchen and give you a perv of that. Let's go around and have a look at the kitchen. Let's go. What it is, it's a slide in, slide out kitchen. Does the trick. One modification I did do to the stove here was the burners were really, really rubbishy. I mean, they just wouldn't let out the heat or anything like that. So what I did is I changed the jets in it. Simple little task to do. Did a video on it. I'll put the link somewhere. Easy as, buy them off Amazon. Bingo, bango. I've got good quality burners now. That's one thing I did back here, and that's basically all I've done to the stove and to the kitchen. I didn't really have to do any improvements at all, believe it or not. So that's been really good. It's just a great kitchen. As I said, it's white, so if any dust is going to get in, it's going to get in. Now remember how I said that they have these adjustable catches on the door? I'll just show you what they are, because you can adjust them down to, you know, squish them right down. This is them, little adjustable catch. Screw it down there and it tightens up for you. Now to prove that I get no dust in here, is a bit of a dusty drive to get into where I am now. So let's see if we got any dust in here. And I'm telling you, we didn't get any. I'll show you. As you can see, a bit of a dusty drive on the way in, and these dust seals here have worked an absolute treat. No dust got into the kitchen. So that's a plus. We'll go around the other side of the camper now and I'll show you what I've done over here. Not a lot really, but a little bit. So this is the awning that came with the camper. It's a 2.5 by 2.5 from Ironman. I don't use it a lot, but I thought we'd use it this weekend because we're out here camping. Now, works fine. It was on the other side and I moved it to this side, and I've got a 180-degree awning on the other side, which I'll show you soon. But what I did do to the camper, and it's been a little bit of a game changer, we could say game changer because it sounds really cool when we say game changer, is I had my old kick-ass shower from my previous camper. And I thought, how am I going to mount this to this particular camper? So what I did is I put some brackets on made of steel, just drilled a couple of holes in it and attached it to the existing awning. Now the problem with the kick-ass awning, they are see-through. If you're on the wrong side and you've got light coming through, they'll see you. They've done improvements since I purchased this one a number of years ago. I've got no reason to get another shower tent because this one's still working fine. But if kick-ass want to send me one, I'll take it and do a review on it. I doubt it, but yeah, you never know. But the kick-ass shower works fine. As I said before, the kick-ass shower is see-through. This particular one is, so if you've got the light coming in from the other side, you're going to put on a free show for everybody. So to solve that problem, what I did is just move the awning, put the awning over the top, and it stops any light coming through, so you can have a shower in privacy, not worrying about everybody having a look around. Also what I've done is I've gone out and I've bought myself a King's toilet, porta potty, whatever you want to call it. So that way I'm not, you know, going out there, digging a hole and pooling in the bush. I've got my own toilet, take it home, drop it in the dump point on the way home. Also, I've got a shower installed on the camper. Actually, it's not installed, it just hangs off the front. So I'll show you that and how that would work when you're off grid as well. So let's have a look at that. All right, so that's the hot water service there. I got it as a freebie from Sam Hema. It works really well. I love it. Absolutely love it. I don't have to use a separate pump for it at all, because the pump that's in the water pump that's within the camper supplies adequate water for it. But what I do is, because it's got a gas cylinder around the other side of the camper, how do I connect the gas? Well, I have got a little gas bottle down the bottom here, which is one of those green ones you get from Bunnings or wherever you want to get them from, camping stores. 1 pound bottle they call them. Hooks up to the hot water service, makes it more portable for me, and I can just set it up just like that. And the biggest thing I've found about having a Teardrop camper, one of its drawbacks for me, is storage. There is not a lot of storage. There's not enough storage in it, and I don't know how I'm ever going to fix that. So basically what you do is you pack what you need, you don't pack everything. So what I've done is I've just got a storage box here, the blue one here from King's, works fantastically well. It's reasonably dustproof. It's not 100% dustproof, regardless of what they say. They tell you it's dustproof, it isn't. So I store that on top of there when I want to take the hot water service, and the toilet just sits there. Normally I don't always have the hot water service with me, but when I do, the blue box is on there and it carries all the hoses and connections and all the rest of it in there for me. Okay, there's one thing I haven't installed into the camper, and that was an inverter. Why haven't I installed an inverter? Well, because it's just one extra thing that can go wrong. But I'm fortunate enough that All Powers have supplied me a solar generator or a power station, whatever you want to call it, for free. Still got to do the review on that. Had it for 9 months. Works fantastically well, by the way. Now, what I do is, because it's got a built-in inverter, I just plug the 240 into it, run the extension cord, plug it into the side of the camper, and I've got 240 volt power to run the induction cooker. It also charges the battery through the battery management system in it. Never had to use it because of the 200 watt solar panel on the roof. Now, with the solar panel, I've been out camping for 3 or 4 days completely off grid. Actually, I lie, 5 days completely off grid, and the power solar panel has kept up with demand. 200 watt, charges the lithium, fantastic. All right, what else is to show you? There's lots of things to show you. I might even show you something I did on the inside of the camper for me. And it's been, I could say, a game changer. Not really, but sounds good though, doesn't it? Just inside here, not a lot really. I've got the mattress topper on here, eggshell, because the mattress it came with was, you know, fairly average. Nothing's really changed in here, except for what I did install was a Sirocco fan. Now that's been really good. That's been a game changer for me. So when it's really hot, I just turn the Sirocco fan on all day. It draws almost nothing really, and just keeps the air flowing in the camper, and keeps it a little bit cooler. Now, temperature wise for the camper, now I've been out in some horrifically hot days and some really cold ones as well. It insulates very well. So even though it's been high 30s all this weekend, it's reasonably cool in a camper. It's not cold, but it's cool, and that's because of the Sirocco fan. One of the first modifications I did, you may or may not have seen it, was the Darchi 180 degree awning. It's been an absolute ripper. It's easy to set up, easy to pack up. It's just a breeze. Now, in saying that too, it has nice UV protection for you sitting underneath it. So if the sun's beaten down, you're still going to be in the shade. There's no light that penetrates through like some of those cheaper awnings. I'm not going to name a brand, but some of them are cheaper and they don't really work very well. So that has been excellent. One little hint though, when you're putting out your 180 or even your 270 degree awning, the first arm you put out is the last arm you pack up. It's the only way to remember. First in, first out, last in. Simple to pack up. All right. Positives about the camper, it weighs 1050 kilos. Easy to tow. 1050 kilos, that is fully loaded with water, food, beer, tables, chairs, all the good stuff. So that's one good thing. Easy to maneuver around trees and down tracks and things like that. Dust proof, which is a great plus. Easy to set up, as I said just a moment ago. You can just basically pull up to camp, open the door, fall into bed if you want, or even just open the kitchen, do yourself a quick meal and go to bed. Negatives about the camper. There are some negatives about the camper. It's not a good fluffy world if there isn't. Storage. There isn't any. There's basically no storage in the camper, so you've got to put things in boxes at the front there and carry extra stuff. Now, you just have to camp smart. Don't take everything. Just take what you need. You know, if you haven't used it twice, you're probably never going to use it. Leave it at home. So that's basically it. That's the camper. my 12-month, 18-month review on it. I found it really good. All right, if you got something out of the video, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I'll put a few links in the video for some of the things I've done to it, like the hot water service and what have you. If not, have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. It's bye for now.